Welcome to Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. My name's Josh. I'm here today, as always, at 3 o'clock on weekdays with my very good friend, John Luke. How you doing, John Luke?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking, Josh.
Yeah. We also have Dan, a.k.a. Eagle Dan here. How you doing, Dan?
Wonderful. It's a great day to be alive.
Oh, it is such a good day to be alive. And last but not least, we have a very special guest with us today. We have Rick. You can find him on Twitter at RotoHeat Rick. He is the founder of RotoHeat.com, one of our very, very good friends, and he has a hell of a crew over there at RotoHeat. He's a hardcore Bears fan. How you doing, Rick?
I'm happy to be here. Both games that I've played with you guys so far have lost at the buzzer, so hopefully we can hold on till the very end this time.
Yeah, it's truly humiliating defeats in the past, but not today. Not today, Rick.
The fact that it was at the buzzer, though, it shows, it was competitive. You did pretty well.
Yeah.
So you're just not good at finishing. But, hey, we'll see if it happens today. I'm not competing against you today, so maybe that changes some things.
Oh.
Well, I will say that it's JL that beat me both times, and one time he was on my team.
That's true. That's true. Played myself.
That's perfect. 88%, right?
88%, baby, 88%.
We have Maria coming in here first, actually saying she's claiming first. She was here first, claiming the whole package there. Good, great job, Maria.
No, she was first.
Will Rick fire himself
crazy.
if he doesn't pull out a victory?
That's crazy that the day I come on, Craig isn't first, and he's on my team.
Exactly. Yeah,
he's first every day except for the day that I come on. So maybe he's fired, right?
Well, he did chime in, and he said JL and Rick couldn't win pole perception together. Let's see if they can win on their own.
Hey, that game was rigged. You can't trust it.
Yeah, it was rigged against me. JL was my teammate.
It was a stupid poll to end on.
That was Daniel Turner coming in with fifth, apparently. Burner, I'm the host today, so Burner, yeah. I'm not doing it justice like Simon does.
A little Josh Flair.
Yeah, exactly. Dan saying, get out. I mean, Jay saying, get out of the chat, Dan. This is a place of people.
This is the place of the people.
Of the people.
Yeah, place of people. Place of Dan's.
There's people in there. It's a good time.
It is.
And then says the guy in the chat during the show when he was on. Ooh, calling him out.
See that?
Ooh, wait, I did not hear about this, guys. Did you hear Deshaun Watson linked to the Eagles?
Adam Schefter was on the radio this morning talking about if and when Deshaun is cleared or settles in his cases, that the Eagles are the front runners to make a play for him.
How do you feel about that, Dan?
That sucks for my Jalen Hurts shares.
It's good and bad because I'm such a believer in Jalen Hurts. I think he deserves a shot at seeing what he can do with the full offseason, but there's no denying what kind of talent Watson is. So, I mean, either way, I think is a win for Eagles fans. But I like to see how it plays out.
And in terms of like rushing ability, maybe Jalen Hurts has that a little, but in terms of just being a quarterback, Deshaun Watson all day. Let's go. I mean, you can't complain about that, but I understand what you're saying. I did not hear about that. That's news to me. That's awesome. I love that someone gave Josh the note. More hand gestures. You can't have enough of them. Let's go.
Need them all.
All the hand gestures.
But Jordan literally lives for my hand gestures. So, I mean, take them or leave them, right? Jay saying Rick's the man.
Thank you, Jay.
More passing yards, Andy Dalton or Joe Flacco?
Is this future or past?
We're going to go with RotoHeat Rick on this one. He has more passing yards.
There we go. You heard it here first.
About to win on behalf of the chat. That's a lot of pressure, Rick. Can you live up to this?
Ooh.
Well, we'll find out. I've choked twice, so why not?
What's one more time?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? More time, he says.
And then Burner saying, "Hey, he appreciates the intro. I did my best. I know I'm no Simon, but
I like the
did what I could.
That you gave the little twirling fingers, the Gronk helicopters.
NBA Reed coming in and say, "What's up, folks of the stream?" Oh, Fab folks, NBA? Yes. And then he said, "What will the Eagles give up for Watson?"
Assuming this after he's cleared, I imagine a lot.
Yeah, it
cleared
would be a decent amount.
Whatever. Yeah, I shouldn't say cleared. Whatever. As soon as if that stuff is all cleared up, then it will be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say though that it'll be cheaper than it should be, but it'll still be a lot.
Yeah. I
100%.
mean, Deshaun Watson, what's he's 26 years old or so? He's still young. He's still he's a lot of people might even say he's not even entered his prime yet. So there's going to be a lot given up, even with the off the field issues. If the Eagles were to trade for Deshaun Watson, the Texans, for what the mistakes they made in the past, they're not that dumb, right? Right? Maybe they are. Maybe
That's TBD.
TBD.
I mean, to be fair, the Eagles did take a chance on Mike Vick when he came back from prison, so there is precedent.
That's true. That's true.
Great point, Dan. I love that point. So I know you're a big Chicago Bears fan, Rick, and I was wondering, I think it's pretty obvious that Allen Robinson's going to be the leading receiver in terms of catches for that team. But after that, it kind of gets a little muddy. I mean, we got Darnell Mooney, we got David Montgomery, Jimmy Graham's gone, but there's Cole Kmet coming into the wings. There's Anthony. Like, what do you think in terms of this?
I do think that Cole Kmet is going to take a huge step forward. The thing that's been missing from Nagy's offense since he's been in Chicago is consistent tight end play. And that's what they're really looking for. That Kelsey type player from when Nagy was in Kansas City. Not that Kmet is Kelsey. That's not what I'm saying, but I do think he's going to take a huge step forward. He took over the snap share the second half of the season from Jimmy Graham, and I think he's going to be the guy that they focus on there. I do like Darnell Mooney, but I think people are forgetting about Anthony Miller. And Anthony Miller, it's not a lack of talent that has held him back so far in his career. It's been a combination of the quarterback play. I've seen too many times Mitchell Trubisky miss him when he's wide open, but also the mental side of stuff where Miller just runs the wrong route, does these things, gets in a fight, does these things that just continuously hold him back. So I think he's got the talent to take a huge step forward and could be that number 2 guy in the Bears offense, but he's got to be getting straight upstairs. Word out of Chicago is that he's been working very hard to rectify a lot of those issues that he's had in his career. So I would say that it's probably Darnell Mooney, but I think Anthony Miller is a dark horse to be the number 2 receiver there in Chicago.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. I think a lot of people would say David Montgomery has a chance, but with Cohen coming back, they just signed Williams. It probably is going to be tough for him to get that many catches.
Well, I will say in regards to Cohen, like the news coming out of Chicago is not very good him right now.
Yeah,
he's not healing as expected, and it's uncertain whether he's going to be able to start camp in a couple weeks. And I just don't think when it comes to Montgomery, obviously receiving wise, but even Williams could play into that too, because we know Williams is a better receiver out of the backfield than he is a runner. So I think he's going to have that competition, whether it's Cohen or Williams or a combination of the both. But, he's still going to be that workhorse. And I do think that Chicago is going to get him the 20 carries a game, because they know for that defense, the front seven's real good on that defense. I'm scared about the secondary, but for that defense to do what they want to do, they're going to have to run the ball. They're going to have to run the ball and keep the defense off the field, which they have not done the past 2 years.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you, man. So we do have a very special game of poll perception prepared for you guys today, and I'm excited to get into that.
That makes me real nervous.
Oh, it's special. You better watch out. It's very special. But before we get into that, sorry, my screen kind of messed up here. I just wanted to, shout out, why don't you guys follow us on YouTube, subscribe. There's a button right down there. You're listening. Why don't you like the video? It's a good time, right? We're here live streaming every weekday at 3:00 on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, like all the stuff. We're just live streaming. Find us on Twitter. We're at Front Yard FYF on YouTube. Just type in Front Yard Fantasy. You'll find us. You can find us all on Twitter at our names. Subscribe on YouTube. We would love you guys for it.
Check out MySpace. Go follow us on MySpace. That's where it's at.
It's the only place I follow you guys.
Yeah, we got like 100,000 followers on there.
But today we are playing our classic game, Poll Perception. If you haven't seen it before, I went through, Twitter, maybe Reddit, maybe some other sources, found some polls. Maybe it's a trade poll, maybe it's a dynasty question, maybe it's just a classic fantasy-oriented question with maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 sides. And I'll ask one person what percentage of people preferred a certain side of this trade. He'll give us a percentage. It might be, do you prefer side A, Saquon Barkley, or side B, Nick Chubb? JL, he might say 75% Saquon Barkley. We'll use that number. Dan and Rick will then have to guess over or under 75%. Depending on how close JL is, he'll get a certain amount of points. And Rick and Dan will also get points for correctly predicting the over or under. I kind of butchered that explanation, but it makes a lot of sense once
Easier
we get
than
in
it
there.
sounds. Easier than it sounds.
Scott Fish says, I subscribe to you at the start of every show and unsubscribe after. He is doing it right. That
Exactly
really means
right.
a lot. You know, it pops up and says, oh, Scott Fish subscribed. So every day we get a little excited about that.
Yeah,
We just
I
wanna
recommend that for everyone.
We want to confuse
more
the YouTube algorithm into just recommending us. Like, it just doesn't know what to do, so it just is disoriented and recommends us to everybody. So great job, Scott.
Absolutely. Burner coming in saying, hi, I'm a Texas native, JL. What do you expect? They just were having a little argument, you know.
What do you
also,
expect?
where have you guys ranked Montgomery versus Dobbins in PPR? Rick, let's start with you. Who would you prefer in a PPR just fantasy league going into 2021? And I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I just so I don't put you on the spot, the answer's Dobbins, by the way.
Listen,
The answer's Dobbins.
Listen.
Let me go, J.K. Dobbins.
Dobbins was my number 1 running back in that class last year. I love Dobbins. I love the talent. I would rather have him on my fantasy teams. But I do think that Montgomery is undervalued by the community. We know volume equals points, and he's going to get that. But I do think that Dobbins is more dynamic and has the higher upside out of the two.
What do you think, Dan?
So I wrote an article about the Bears backfield a couple of weeks back. Check that out in Roto Underworld. Thank you, plug.
Yeah,
Well,
Roto Underworld. Check it out.
Yeah, I agree with you, Josh. I think Dobbins is higher for me in PPR. I think Montgomery is not going to have the same kind of value that led to his success last year. The signing in of Damian Williams, and if Justin Fields ends up starting, you could take a couple of goal line carries away from him and some rushing yards. So all that combined, I think that while Lamar Jackson is also a rushing quarterback, I think Dobbins has less competition wise. I mean, Gus Edwards is there, but I think Dobbins is the more naturally talented back as well. So I'm going to go
The
Dobbins.
Ravens want to pound the ball. They want to
Exactly.
run the ball all day.
And,
Yeah. What do you think, Jayo? You agree?
Yeah.
Or?
I actually have David Montgomery just a smidge above
Really?
Dobbins, which is interesting.
Okay.
I didn't think that this is where I'd land on this side of this argument, but yeah, I'm just a little bit. I'm more bullish on Montgomery. We talked about it, I feel like, ad nauseum during this offseason, but my mind has switched on him. I'm excited about him this season. I like Dobbins a lot, but he was just crazy efficient last year. I don't know how the Ravens are going to run their offense. I think both will be very good offenses. I'm very excited for the Ravens offense in general, just from like an NFL perspective. But yeah, I have them back to back, but just I would give Montgomery the nod just because it feels a little clearer.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. I mean, I agree. When it comes down to it, is the offenses. I am very confident the Ravens offense is going to be highly efficient and productive. The Bears, no offense, Rick, but I have question marks, so that's my only concern.
I do too. I will say that, if Nagy is as bullheaded as we've seen him to be, and Dalton does start the season and plays, even a quarter of the season, then it could be a rough year offensively in Chicago. And, I'll be the first to tell you that as a Bears fan. There is a lot of upside, though, if Fields does start the majority of the games and plays well as a rookie, but we know how that goes. It could take him time before he gets in there. So we may be looking at a 2022 breakout for the Bears offense instead of a 2021.
I think everyone's kind of correct in a way. Montgomery is undervalued. I think we all kind of maybe somewhat agree there a little bit. But I would take Dobbins. I think Sully made a great point. I'm higher on Monty than most. His pass catching stats are as good or better than Cohen's. Don't sleep on David Montgomery. I like that. Taylor coming in saying, have I missed the Andy Dalton talk? You just heard some of it. There it is.
There it was.
It sounds like we prefer Fields. I'm gonna just make that point for everyone.
Well said, we got an AOL chat going yet? Yeah, you can find me. My original AOL chat name was Lil Pimp Golfer 500. So find me. We'll get a chat going. Chalk that up to embarrassing stories I tell on the stream.
Also, NBA Riggs said, awesome take on Anthony Miller. Would you guys take him or Jalen Reagor in a PPR? Quick, I want to get into the game, but it's Reagor for me still.
Reagor, yep.
Reagor. I'm a big Reagor fan. I could have wore my Reagor jersey as well. So I'm hoping Hurts takes a step forward as well, and hoping to move to the slot helps Reagor a lot. But I'm a big Reagor fan as well.
Dan, Jay, calling out your great article. I want to check it. I'll be honest, I haven't read it. Now I want to read it. You know, you can roast me for my original mistake. Yes, and Burner Tariq apparently is a little bit behind on his recovery. It seems like. I think there were reports that just came out of camp, right, Rick?
Yep. Apparently, he isn't healing as well as they were hoping he would. So that's up in the air of whether he's going to be ready in a couple weeks or not.
All right. So just as Scott Fish said, he said, so weird. Thought they were going to play Pole Perception today. We are, Scott.
Classic.
Believe it or not, we're into it right now.
Take that,
thanks for hanging in there and listen. Let's talk about other fantasy stuff. I'm sorry, not joking. Love you, Scott. Love you, Scott. You're the man. But without further ado, we haven't determined the order. Rick, would you like to go first, second, or third?
I'll start third.
All right, JL, we're coming to you first or second, and it does matter because the questions they have an order already.
I'm gonna go with first.
All right, we're coming right to you then, JL. Are you ready for your first question in Pole Perception?
I'm ready.
All right. Getting right in there. It's a 12-team Superflex Dynasty trade. What side you got? Side A is Jerry Jude. Jerry Judy. Great guy, but not who we're talking about.
Fantastic judge.
Yeah.
Jerry Judy.
It's J-U-E-D, right?
Jeudy.
That's better. That looks better.
All right. Yeah, that looks better. That's it. That looks good. All right.
There you go.
Side A's Jerry Judy and a 2023 second, or side B is DJ Chark and a 2022 second. What percentage of people chose side A in this trade?
All right. I have to believe it's heavily on side A here. Maybe people are higher on Chark. I know people are higher on Chark than I am, but Judy is an incredible talent, and he's not even the same atmosphere as Chark. So I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna go 81%.
You're gonna say 81% of people chose side A over side B in this.
I'm gonna say 79%.
You're gonna say 79% of people.
If it's 81, I will scream.
All right. JL for round one is locking in 79%. Dan, we're coming to you. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under 71% for side A?
So I agree that Judy is the more talented of them. I just think with Sutton coming back and not a lot of people believing in Drew Lock, I think it is Judy, but I just don't think it's quite as high as what JL's saying. So I'm going to go lower than 79%.
Dan is taking the under. Rick, we're coming to you. What do you think? Over or under 79% on side A?
Dan basically said everything that I was going to say, so I'm going lower as well.
You are also taking the under.
Team Orange.
Team Orange.
Well, we had quite a few guesses in the chat. Roto Heat Sully, hey Jude, yeah, I know, yeah, that's good. It's a song. It's the Beatles song.
That is a song.
But he's taking a guess of 75%, very close to you, JL. Jay saying 75%. Craig saying 70%.
Wonderful
Anthony saying 65%. Burner Stone taking the slight over on the 75% guesses we've been seeing. 76. Roto Heat Sully saying should be 110% on side A. Jay Wall saying 79%, Jay Fuse saying 78%, and Roto Heat Sully's chilling out a little bit and saying 98% actually. And Craig said 110% Canadian must equal 100% American. I guess.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. Well, guess what, guys? The actual percentage of people that chose side A, Jerry Judy in 2023 2023 second. Sorry, over DK Chark in a 2022 second is 87.7%, 88%. I'm sorry that I made it decimals. It's 88%. That's a good guess for you, JL. You were within 10 points.
So it wouldn't have mattered.
Unfortunately, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered, the 81% or 79, whatever. But what you did do is you set a good over-under for these guys. Yeah. They're both wrong. They're getting no points. JL, good job in round one.
Not following Dan anymore.
No one should follow it.
So let me just create the banner real fast with the correct order of that you're in. Sorry, boys. But JL is out to a fantastic start.
Commanding.
Oh, yeah. What I got,
you should have told him it was 81. You should have. He would have freaked. It would have been awesome. Now me and Dan have no satisfaction. We have no satisfaction. We just lost.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Roto Sully saying faith in Twitter is restored. Said yes. No one ever, Jay. Closest without going over. Good job, Burner. Good job. Actually, JL was the closest, but
that's true. Suck it, Burner.
All right, Dan, we're coming to you with the second question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, here. Oh, the best part of the show is that no one stopped talking while Josh created the banner.
Yes. Just
everyone stopped.
Everyone just thinking.
Yes.
Good content. That's the content you're here for. You're welcome.
Complete silence.
Focus.
We put a lot of work to plan that silence.
I felt like when you go to your friend's house and their mom's yelling at them and you just sit there, that's kind of what I felt like as the guest while he was doing that.
Like their kitchen table becomes the most interesting thing in the world.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, we're coming to you with your second question. I don't care if you're ready. I'm putting it up here. It's a Dynasty Superflex tight end premium 10-team league. Side A is Javonte Williams. Side B is Michael Carter, a 2023 second and a 2024 second. What percentage of people chose side A, a.k.a. Javonte Williams, in this trade?
All right, so if this were just Williams versus Carter, I'd say Williams wins pretty easily. But I think, especially in a 10-team league, those second-round picks could be some pretty decent players. I know they're farther away than some people like, being 23 and 24s. But I think it makes it a lot closer. I'm going to say side A got 44% of the vote.
Dan is saying that side A got 44% of the vote. You are locking that in?
Yes.
Dan's locking it in. Rick, we're coming to you. Dan saying side A, 44%. Are you taking the over or under?
I think that it's still going to be in Williams' favor here. So I'm going to take the over.
Rick's taking the over. JL?
I'm with Rick. Yeah, I don't think those seconds are nearly enticing enough. And I think there's enough unknown with Michael Carter that it's going to still be on the Williams side. So I'll take the over as well.
Taking the over. All right. I like it. So Craig, we got some good guesses. Craig coming in with 80%. Anthony saying 54%. Roto Sully saying 68%. Jay Wall saying 66%. Burner Stone saying 67%. And Jay saying 60%. And Burner saying he's wedged himself between Sully and Jay Wall.
That's an enviable position, my friend.
Dan, how do you feel? It looks like everyone's guessing a little bit higher.
It is, but
you nervous?
I think remember, like pre-draft, everyone loved Michael Carter and was really high on him. I know it's the Jets, but he could lead the backfield starting next year. And the seconds are, well, not first. I think they're still pretty valuable, but I could be wrong.
And Michael Carter's getting a lot of hype right now. Like I almost feel like maybe it's because he's lower, but I feel like almost just as much hype as Javonte Williams. Yeah, he's definitely a little. I think he is shorter. I think Michael Carter is on the shorter side.
A little guy.
But the actual percentage of people that chose side A here is 84%.
Woo.
Wow. This surprised me. I'm going to be honest, Dan. It surprised me a little bit. I thought it would have been a little bit closer. But unfortunately, you are getting correct. I probably would have guessed closer. Probably just slightly, in the 50s somewhere. But Michael Carter's getting hype right now. And
I wouldn't have gone that high.
Yeah,
I think by the time we
that's
get to
too
the
high.
season, Michael Carter is going to just
That's too high.
climb in those draft boards too.
Yeah.
But
Melvin Gordon dead? Is that what happened? Did I miss something?
Basically.
Yeah, it must
He's
be.
not-
He must have
he's
just
not
been
dead.
like taken out back and shot or something. All right.
Well, I guess it's a dynasty league too, so
Yeah.
maybe people are thinking a little forward. But I'm with you here, Dan. I'm with you
People
here.
really hate the Jets. That's what I got from that. I'll know
That's
That
true.
is a fact. That is a fact.
That's true. You suck it, Burner. Sorry, I had to get that out.
No, yeah, I mean you got to get it out when you got to get it out. All right, Rick, we're coming to you with your very first question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Which side will you have in a dynasty rebuild? And when the question was asked, it gave the ages of the players next to them. So side A is DJ Moore, who's 24, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's 21, and Amari Rogers, who's also 21. And side B is Stephon Diggs, who's 27. What percentage of people chose side A in this poll?
Well, I can tell you that if I'm trading Stephon Diggs, I'm going to want better secondary pieces than the ones that are included in this trade. I know people are going to see those three players. People get rookie fever.
Writing down my guess.
Diggs is only 27 too. It's not like he's 30. I'm going to say 39% chose A.
You are saying 39% of people chose side A. Are you locking that in, Rick?
I'm locking that in.
He is locking in 39% of people choosing side A. JL, we're coming to you with the over-under. What do you think?
That's a fantastic guess, Rick. I put down 41%. So I will take the over, but just slightly. I think it's a great guess. It's very, very possible that it's under here.
All right. JL thinks he's close, but he is taking the over of 39%. Dan, what do you think?
I think DJ Moore is he's not on Diggs's like tier, but I think it's maybe like a tier below. And I think, those rookie receivers everyone loves, especially the opportunity that St. Brown might have in Detroit. So I'm going to go higher as well. Over.
Dan is also going to take the over of 39%. And I realized that I did not update the ticker from last round. I apologize, guys.
And this is when they realized that they missed Simon.
yes, it is. How do you know?
I didn't know that.
So both last round, both Rick and JL got 2 points by correctly selecting the over. So the score is now JL 5. Oh, well, yeah. JL 5, Dan 0, Rick 2. But we have guesses for this round. And which side would you rather have in a dynasty rebuild? Side A is DJ Moore, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Amari Rogers. Side B is Stephon Diggs. What percentage of people chose side A? Rick chose 39%. We have some great guesses, right? 47% by Jay Wall, 45% by Craig, 43% by Sully, 48% by Anthony, 69% by Burner. He says he has no faith in humanity. And Jay is saying 36%. We had pretty similar guesses to what you guys had here. But the actual percentage of people that chose side A in this trade is 45%. 45%.
Wow.
So good
guess.
guesses all around.
Really good guess.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, Rick, you were not within 5, so you're not getting optimal points here. But 3 points is pretty solid. 3 points is pretty solid.
I'll take it.
Absolutely. And both of the other guys correctly picked the over here. So good round, boys. Good round, right?
Yep, you're on the board, Dan.
I'm on the board.
Craig got this one exactly right. Well done, Craig.
Oh, he did.
Well done.
Wow. Good job. All right, we have updated scoreboard here. The score is now JL 7, Dan 2, Rick 5. Ooh, got a close one.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Yeah.
I know. I'm getting ready to take off. Just warming up.
Just warming up.
It seems like it's a consensus that people think Craig is killing it.
Yes,
Craig
people
is
are big
doing
fans
very
of Craig.
well. He would be winning right now.
Good job, Craig.
Yes. Craig's the man. Shout out, Craig.
Shout out
Anyway, oops, almost put up the next one a little prematurely. But JL, yeah. JL, we're coming to you. Second question.
I'm ready.
You
I did
excited
so
for this
well.
one?
Yeah, I did so well on the first one. I'm ready for this one.
All right, cool. Well, this one reads, which of these Rams wide receivers are you more likely to draft in your 2021 fantasy football league? It's a full PPR scoring. Side A is Cooper Kupp, and it gives their average draft position, or what they calculated to be their average draft position, of 6.03, and side B is Robert Woods at 5.01. Which what percentage of people chose side A?
A weirdly worded question. Which wide receiver are you more likely to draft? It's kind of a different question. Maybe I'm just getting into the semantics of it, but
It's a little bit different. It's a little different.
I'm going to read it as which one would you rather have?
That's exactly what they're saying at their
Okay.
draft position. Though, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
gotcha. That's really tough then. If you think about it like that, Josh. I don't know. I think obviously more people would rather have Robert Woods, given his high ADP. That makes sense. Doesn't seem like too far of a logical jump here. I don't know if like a 1-round discount is enough. You know what? I'm gonna go 49%.
so you are going to say that 49% of people would choose Cooper Kupp in this trade poll.
Yeah,
Locking it in?
locking it in.
JL saying 49%. Dan, we are coming to you. Do you think it's over or under 49% for side A?
I think JL made a good point. I don't think the round difference is going to be that much of a big deal. And I think with the addition of Stafford, that people are really excited to see what Woods is going to do this year. So I think it's actually going to be under the 49% for side A.
Dan is taking the under. Rick, what do you think?
Man, game theory tells me to go the opposite direction, but I got to agree with Dan again, which worked out well for me the first round. But I don't think that the 1 round is that big of a difference for the people that like Woods. Me personally, I would rather have Kupp, but I am going under the 49.
Rick is also taking the under. Okay, so we had some good guesses here in the chat. J Wall coming in with 41%. Roto Eat Sully saying 39%. Anthony saying 64% on the Kupp side. Well, which is side A.
Okay.
So he's just saying 64%. Burner Stone saying 48%, and J Fuse 2 saying 42%. It seems like everyone's in a pretty similar range.
Damn, should have went a little lower.
Well, the actual percentage of people that chose Cooper Kupp in this trade poll is 54%. 54%. So, guys, I voted on this trade poll. I chose Robert Woods because I'd rather have him. But I guess the round difference actually does play a factor here because obviously more people want Robert Woods, but it changed the trade poll a little bit. It did.
I am getting so much amusement watching Rick just seethe down there. just letting it boil inside. I can see his face getting more.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
because Rick actually prefers Cooper Kupp, so he definitely should have taken the over, like at a better value. But he was like, "Nope, Twitter won't though."
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, Rick, real fast, I want to just ask you. So, you prefer Cooper Kupp? Is there any specific reason? I'm not saying you're wrong. I think these guys are both in the same tier for me. I would prefer Woods, but you prefer Cooper Kupp, huh?
Yeah, I've always been a big Cooper Kupp fan. I'm a big fan of great route runners, which both Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp are. But I think that what we've seen with Goff as he kind of regressed from their huge season was that, we would get periods of time where Kupp would go off big and then Woods would have big weeks. And I think with Stafford there and McVay, I think it's going to be a lot more consistent. And I just feel like at the value of even 1 round, I think they're going to be so similar that I could get a combo of somebody else in that 5th round with Cooper Kupp that I like better than Woods with an alternative in that 6th round.
I'm with you on that, Rick. I completely agree with that.
All right. So do you prefer Cooper Kupp or you prefer Robert Woods though, JL?
I prefer Robert Woods in a vacuum, yes.
Okay.
I would much rather have him, but if it's just a round difference, then they're close enough that I would probably do what Rick's saying, is take someone else and get Cooper Kupp in the back end.
Dan, what do you think?
I think that everyone in that poll is a liar, and they'd all take it.
I will say this: when we get to actual, fantasy drafts, and we look at, the splits between round 5 and round 6, there's a little bit of a drop off, right? There's a little bit of a drop off, and especially in running back talent, and the wide receivers start to fall off. So I guess I could see, and then we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks getting drafted in round 5 and stuff like that. So I guess I could see it. But I would rather have Woods.
I would have to say that, obviously, because I think that 5th and 6th round can be drastically different depending on what draft you're in, that it would be very draft dependent in that situation, because somebody else might fall to that 5th round that I would rather have than both of them. And then it could just change everything that I'm doing.
And I'll just one more point. Matthew Stafford has shown that he likes, a nice slot receiver. We've seen it kind of with Golden Tate guys in the past. So maybe that happens with Kupp. So we'll see. I'm excited to see how it all pans out when we actually.
I think that entire offense is going to be pretty good again.
Yeah, me too.
But guys, Dan, Rick, you're letting JL get out to a lead.
Yeah, I know.
This is unfortunate. All right.
Failing miserably.
You're not failing miserably. I like your logic for everything so far, and I think that's all that
totally.
matters.
I just throw logic out the window. That's what I should be doing.
It makes sense that none of it makes sense.
Yeah. Go through my logic and then pick the opposite of that.
There we go. Dan, but we are coming to you for your second question. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So it's a 12-team Dynasty Superflex PPR league. Side A is J.K. Dobbins and Devonta Smith. Side B is Ezekiel Elliott and Calvin Ridley. What percentage of people chose Side A, J.K. Dobbins and Devonta Smith over Ezekiel and Calvin Ridley?
Okay, so logic is telling me that this should be decently close, because I think personally that Zeke is going to hit the downside pretty soon. But people love Calvin Ridley. I think he's probably a top 3 dynasty asset. And Devonta Smith hasn't played it down yet. So I think side A, I'm going to go with 21%.
Sorry, I was reading some of the comments. So you're saying side A 21%?
Yes, 21%.
Locking it in.
I think names are more important here. So people enjoy names. So Zeke is still a name and Ridley's a name. So I think it's going to be very one-sided.
JL, just so you know, orange is not the new black. JL's killing it. The people love you today,
yeah.
JL. The people love
everything.
you today.
People love this is so new for me.
If I lose, I'm sending pictures of myself eating a steak to Mr. Anthony Leone.
Yes, do it.
Just
can you send it to me? I just want to watch.
Just Anthony.
Just cyberbullying him for no reason. I like it.
So, Rick, Dan went with 21% side A. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under?
Man, I think it should be even higher than that. I think that if you look at it, and I don't remember the ADP right off my head, but I think Zeke's still a little bit ahead of J.K. Dobbins. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like Ridley's way ahead. So I'm actually going to go. I got to word this right.
I understand what you're saying. So he's saying 21%
under 21%. I think
you're saying under. You're saying even less people
under
side A. Understand. So we're going with the under, locking in Rick. We're going to JL. All right. What do you think? Over or under, JL?
Oh, God. I was fully ready to go. I thought Dan was going to go too high on this. I thought that Devonta Smith was going to throw him off.
He is a Devonta Smith fan.
I know.
But so am I. I mean, but he's an Eagles fan, so there's a little bit extra there, I guess.
Yeah.
I think Devonta Smith's going to have a good rookie year, actually.
I agree with Josh. Or I'm sorry, I agree with Rick. Josh, I always agree with you. I agree with Rick, but I'm feeling like enough people are dumb that I should take the over here.
I know that was the hard part for me too.
Who would accept this trade?
Probably Anthony Leone.
You know what? Dan is going to score whatever he gets. And so I'm going to go under with Rick just in case he's right. I can maintain that lead. I'm not really worried about Dan at this point. So
Damn it, game
We
theory.
got some game theory happening.
Yeah.
That's the game theory happening.
give me the under, Josh.
All right. You both are taking the under of 21%. Some great guesses in the chat, as always. Anthony going with 22%. Very close to you, JL. Jay Wall saying 32%. Frodo Heat Solly saying 35%. Burner Stone saying 37%. So it seems like the consensus is a little over, if anything.
Yeah,
This is really, I was really hoping I would be different than JL when answering this. So I kind of wish that we were flipped so I could have done the opposite of him, but good game theory there.
Yes.
JL, good game theory.
And I'm sorry, Anthony, you overestimate my bravery. I cannot do that.
You got to have some cojones.
I know.
To
I
make a
know.
move like that. You know what I'm
Tell
saying?
myself that every morning.
Yeah. Well, guys, anyway, the actual percentage that chose J.K. Dobbins and Devontae Smith over Ezekiel Elliott and Calvin Ridley is 14%. So, hey, everyone was correct here. Dan, you were within 10, which is going to give you 3 points. Both Rick and JL correctly chose the under, which is going to give them each 2 points. I'm going to go update the banner, and you guys just focus on staying quiet while I do this,
Complete silence.
Yeah.
I can feel Rick's anger right now.
No, hey, I'm happy that I got it right, just so I don't.
You
look
did.
dumb.
I should have gone farther.
It was a bold move, I feel, because it was scary to take the under on that one. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That was definitely a brave move, and it paid off. I'm glad that I followed you because I wouldn't be able to do it myself.
And Rick said he wished you didn't follow him,
Yes.
and that was a correct statement as well.
That is.
And Dan, I think that was a really good guess. I mean, you were closer than everyone in the chat, so like you kind of, I know you said you want to go under, but it's so tough, like getting so close to those teams, right?
That's what it was.
Yeah, I know. I get it, man. All right, Rick. We're coming to you with your final question before we get into our final round. Ooh, the special round. Are you ready, Rick?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go. Who are you taking in Scott Fishbowl 11 if you had to? Side A is Chris Carson, side B is Miles Sanders, and side C is Josh Jacobs. What percentage of people chose Chris Carson in this poll?
I'm sorry, Scott Fishbowl. Never heard of that. What is that?
This is a charity event that a couple of my friends and I do.
A couple of my friends.
You might have, yeah.
Well, that gave me enough information to come to a conclusion.
Oh, okay, good.
Man, I obviously I think all these guys are pretty close. I think Sanders is probably third in this just because of the not full point PPR. Maybe. I'm gonna say Chris Carson. Man, this is a tough one.
Anyone have any
30
guys on their team?
I think I'm going to say the same percentage I said on the first one. Then we go with 39%, Chris Carson.
You were going to say 39% of people chose Chris Carson in this trade poll. Are you locking that in?
I'm locking that in.
He is locking in 39%. JL, we're coming to you with the over-under. 39%. Side A, what do you think?
That is a really good guess. God, they have to be like back-to-back. I think I'm going to go – shoot. Man, that might be right on, honestly.
Do it. We haven't seen anybody do it yet. Do it.
Oh, God. I want to do it so bad. All right, I'm gonna go with under.
You were going to say under. Less than 39% of people chose Chris Carson in this poll.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're locking that in.
Yeah.
All right, we're locking it in. Dan, we're coming to you. Do you think 39% on side A over or under?
Over.
You're taking over. You're playing the game theory. Let's freaking go. I like it, boys. I like it. I like it a lot. We had some guesses in the chat. I'm not going to say great guesses this time. They're just guesses. All right. Anthony saying 54%. Roto Eat Sully saying 42%.
Wow.
Cal saying, what's up,
Cal?
What's up, Cal? Yeah. What's up? Bernard Stone saying 41%. Anthony coming in again saying higher. Seems confident on that one. Side A, 45% from Craig, and a Fields jersey.
All right. I've had enough. I've had enough of Connor. That is Connor, Mr. Clove, and he's not very cool. So don't put his comments up on the screen again.
All right, fair enough. But Connor, if you do say something cool, I'm gonna put it up.
I'm gonna put it out.
Sorry,
We don't listen to Rick.
Thanks, Jeff.
Rick's not the boss of us.
All right, so who are you taking in Scott Fishbowl 11 if you had to? Side A is Chris Carson, side B is Miles Sanders, side C is Josh Jacobs. What percentage of people chose side A, aka Chris Carson? Well, the actual answer is
This is where I throw the game.
51%.
Oh my god.
51%. Dan, you correctly predicted the over. Hey, Rick, you were close enough to get a point.
Hey, JL's wrong. So
Jay, that's the big thing here. That's the big
That's
thing.
a win, right?
Wrong, and both of us got points.
That's a win for everyone.
That's a win. That's a win.
Seeing that face in jail makes it all worth it.
All right, boys and girls.
Children of all ages.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a little tough for you guys to win going into the final round here. JL has 14 points, Dan has 7, and Rick has 8. If anyone gets it spot on, they will win. I could tell you that. All right.
It's happened before.
It's happened before in the final round. JL, I bet you're feeling pretty confident here, huh?
I am never confident. I am not a confident man.
88%. 88%. Writing it down right now.
Yeah.
Get my paper.
All right. So for our final round here, it's played a little bit differently. Suck it, JL. Suck it.
Look at Burner.
The final round's played a little bit differently, where I will put the trade poll up and everyone will have about 30 seconds or so to write their answers down on a piece of paper or their phone if they have it. We'll start with the person with the lowest score, which is Dan. We'll go to Rick, then JL. Whoever's closest will get 5 points. If you guess it spot on, you will get 10 points. Talking to you, Dan and Rick, you kind of need this.
Just kind of. Not really, though.
So are you guys ready?
Ready.
Yep.
Final poll.
Ready.
All right. We're getting in there. All right. This one, here it is. Which fantasy tight end would you rather have for the next 3 years? Side A is Travis Kelce. Side B is George Kittle. Side C is Darren Waller. And side D is Kyle Pitts. What percentage of people chose Travis Kelce? Ha! Try to figure this one out, guys.
What the?
I love it. I love that you guys are struggling. I saw this one and I was like, this is a fun one to have as our last question. Why not? Right? No? Okay. Fair enough. Oh,
God, I hate this.
All right.
it looks like maybe JL and Dan have some guesses. You feeling good about those?
Yeah.
No.
I'm good.
I'm supremely confident that I'm getting this wrong.
Me too. I have no idea.
All right. So everyone has their guesses written down?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Dan, like I said, we're going to start out with you. What percentage of people chose side A in this poll?
28%.
28% chose side A. All right. Let me write these down. Sorry. Rick, we are coming to you. What percentage of people chose side A, aka Travis Kelce, in this poll?
I just stuck with the 39 that I picked on the other two.
He likes his choice of 39%. He likes the choice. JL. Last but not least, what are you thinking? 29%. Oh man,
I got
this could get
sandwiched.
interesting.
I'm wedged.
You got sandwiched hard. So you're really hoping it's in between that 28, 39%.
I'm just hoping it's
area,
not
you know?
28 or it's not 39. Anything
That's
else it could
exactly
be,
where
I
you're
don't
at.
care.
All right, guys. Well, let's break this down. Well, actually, we had some great guesses in the chat. Such good guesses. Roto Solly saying 59% of people.
Oh,
Bernard Stone saying 23% of people.
Oh, okay.
Anthony saying 26, and J Fuse 2 saying 37.
oh, good guess, Jordan. Good
Oh,
guess.
wow,
You're in the sandwich with me.
Yeah, you're in the sandwich, Jordan. So why don't I start out with the lowest person in this poll? Kyle Pitts had 19.8%. 20%.
He was lowest?
He was lowest, which surprised me.
Wow.
That very much surprises me.
That's 6
George
vacated
Kittle
percentage points.
was right next to him with 20.3%. So they were both about 20%.
Oh, it's going to be high.
Darren Waller had 26.4%, 26%. Travis Kelce
30?
had 33%.
Oh!
JL,
God.
you were the closest.
I was the closest.
Actually,
Were we exactly even?
You were even.
Damn
You were
it.
even.
39. What was it again? 30.
Oh wait, no, 33%. I'm sorry. I thought I was thinking 34%. It was 33.4%. It's 33%. JL, you win. Let's go.
I love that you
Sorry,
gave him hope.
Nobody had hope anyway, right?
Yeah, you had to.
Like we had to get it right on. So
Yeah.
Well, there was a little of a battle for second going on, but it doesn't matter because JL won it, so we're keeping the score how it is essentially. Well, actually, hey, JL, I'll do it for you. Why not? Let's show the people
The fact
actually
that Kyle
what they got.
Pitts is last means that it's completely a fake poll and not to be trusted.
Yeah, but it would be tough. So it'd be tough for me to select. Honestly, for Dynasty, George Kittle is still my second favorite. But they're all in the same tier for me. So this is a tough question I have personally. Kyle Pitts, I want to put number one almost. And Rick,
way he's
I know how
number
much you hate that. I know how much you hate that, right, Rick?
For Dynasty, if we're talking longevity, then it doesn't bother me that much. My biggest issue with the Pitts drafting is that I think people have forgotten that Jamar Chase was basically the same type of prospect at wide receiver, but we didn't see him for a year. I can't take Pitts over Jamar Chase like in rookie drafts and stuff because I think Jamar Chase could be the same type of difference maker at wide receiver as Pitts can be at tight end. So that's my thing. I don't hate Kyle Pitts at all. I think he's a great talent. I expected him and Kelce to actually lead this poll. I was a little surprised when you said that Pitts was fourth.
So I maybe we have to look. Yeah, it's the next 3 years too. You would think that almost shoots Pitts up a little bit more. It would, in my mind, at least. If we're talking about next year, Kelsey's the pick, right?
Right.
Well, and then Waller, and then Kittle. But next 3 years, Pitts should shoot up. I
guess you basically, depending on how you feel about Pitts in his rookie season, I guess you could be looking at, having 2 years of just. Being able to start him versus 3 years of the other three. So guess there's multiple ways to look at that, but I was surprised he was fourth.
Rick, sorry, you're fired. Says Sully.
Shame. Well, you won't want here anytime.
Right.
Sully knows I've been waiting for that.
At least Rick didn't get last, It's okay, Rick. I will keep representing us well on Bowl Perception. Ooh, that's a little dig at you, huh?
Yeah, a little dig.
I'll tell you what, I had half as I had the last time I was on, so I'm just going backwards. That's fine.
Maybe the questions were a little bit tougher this time. Who knows? Twitter gets weird sometimes.
I think it's pretty clear that I spend most of my time reading my encyclopedia for horse and pay no attention to what.
Yeah.
Dan,
I will
think
say
you played a fantastic game.
I will say that I'm glad when Jay told me we were playing horse when I was supposed to be on Tuesday, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to make a horse noise. So I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I'm happy I moved off Tuesday because I would have lost yesterday too. So here we are.
Now you got to make a poll noise.
Oh yeah, make a poll noise. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I am.
I love it. That's perfect. The best poll noise of all time.
Spot on.
Didn't mess it up.
Sully coming in saying it's Kelsey easy for me. Don't care how old he is. Tight ends can play into the late 30s. I like that point, Sully.
Well, so you care a little bit how old he is. If he was like 65, you probably wouldn't want him.
He makes a really good point.
Sully.
Jay will come in here with the fire.
Josh, was that a Reddit or a Twitter?
They were all Twitter. I know I let in
Direct.
from Reddit, but I did not get any Reddit.
I am sending a formal protest to the producer of this show.
Did you guys realize since JL was leading the entire way, he did not once ask how many people voted on a poll?
Hey, I'll tell you this real fast. 1,785 people voted on that last one.
They're all liars.
I was told not to ask on this one. So
rigged.
He was told because but the lowest I had on any poll was 426. So not too bad. Yeah, exactly. That was the DJ Moore, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Amari Rogers versus Stephon Diggs one.
Gotcha.
I really like Berner's point here, except for JL winning. This was a great show as always.
I agree, Berner.
I'm on board with that. I'm on board.
Suck
with
it,
that.
JL.
And then Sully coming. Sorry, I want to take off that banner saying nice hat, JL. It is a beautiful hat.
There we go. We're in the group now.
Yep.
So, unless there's any other questions or anything anyone wants to go over, I think that's going to be it for us today, right?
That's it.
Let me see.
Is it? Are we sure?
Is it? I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay. It's over, guys. It's all right. That's going to be it for us today.
What percentage confident are you of that?
I'll tell you what percentage. Trading makes fantasy fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
100%.
Trading makes fantasy fun.
I'm taking the over on that. A lot of fun.
But guys, listen, we're here live streaming every weekday at 3 o'clock on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all these things. Follow us on Twitter at Front Yard FYF. We're on YouTube.
CNN.
Front Yard Fantasy. Hey, we're putting out these shorts. We're putting out some fun little videos. Go check those out. We love if you could like and just watch them. That's all we want. Follow JO on Twitter at FYF John Luke. Find me at FYF Josh. You got Dan at Eagle Dan FF at Rick at Road to Heat. Rick. And I think that's it, guys. Love you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.